Okay, I'm back home on my river and I'm fishing the upper reaches, and I'm going to use dry flies today. Hopefully only dry flies, but I'm going to give Jason's Terrestrial a try in here. Beautiful stretch of water. Water is nice and cold. In the low 60s here. Probably 60, 62 degrees. Got some beautiful water here. I'm gonna give this a try. Put a good effort into it. There's a beautiful hole here. Beautiful stretch right up there. To start here, there should be a few trout right in here. Gonna wade right out here first and start casting up. I put a little bit of floating on it, even though I got a piece of foam on there. Still gonna use a little floating. Put some on the wing, a little bit on the body. I gotta run my fingers up my leader. It's now August. It's a good time for terrestrials. Just going to be blind casting to the likely spots. I'm going to work right across this whole piece right here. And I cut my leg already. Here we go. That piece of yellow foam really helps you good. With this dry fly terrestrial, I'm going to try to hit more on the edges of the deeper water than right over the deeper water unless I see a rise. Using my 8.5 foot rod that I made from Hook and Hackle. Beautiful 4-weight rod. Got about a 15 foot leader on there. Cast it out really nice. Now, the other day when I was in Wisconsin, I was talking to a guy that had a fly rod and wasn't really concerned, or wasn't really thinking he was capable, would be capable of casting a 15-foot leader. But these leaders are built perfectly. You wouldn't even know you're casting 15 feet. Get them from Christopher Fab. They just go out there perfectly nice, no effort whatsoever. They unfold perfect. I can see this Jason's Terrestrial would be good for a hopper-dropper combination. There goes a hit and there's a fish. There's a fish right there. Go down a nice little wild brown trout. There we are right there, nice little wild brown trout, about 6 inches. Big Jason's Terrestrial. Beautiful fly. I can see I'm going to have to crimp that barb down. There we go. As soon as I crimped the barb down, the hook just fell right out. Beautiful 6-inch wild brown trout. And that's the size I was catching in Wisconsin, mostly 6 to 10 inches. My buddy got a larger one. Chris got a bigger one out there. He was kind of head hunting, I wasn't, but he got one in the high teens, might have even went 20 inches. But here I'm only expecting to catch, like I said, 6 to 12 inches. If I got a 13 or 14 incher, I'll be happy. I'm happy with the 6 inchers. The only bad thing about the stick, the line gets wrapped around it sometimes. I'll work my way right up this. Gonna stay right here for a few minutes, a few more casts, see what happens. Get one up under that tree branch. Even when I'm casting upstream, I'm still mending. I'm stripping at the same pace as the water's coming in, but I'm still mending it. I'm giving it actually an upstream mend by kind of giving it a little bit of a roll cast. Kind of give it a little bit of a roll cast there. Drying my fly off, normally I don't take so many false casts. Got a nice 40-foot cast right there. Yep, just missed one. Missed one right there. Show it to him again. One big advantage with this long leader, I can cover a good spot without them seeing the fly line because the leader is so long. Go ahead and dry the fly off a little better. I'm still seeing that yellow foam on top really well. A little bit more floating on there. Grease my line. By keeping your leader greased, the back end of your leader is not going to pull underwater, and when you go to pick the fly off the water, you're not going to have that pop even with a small dry fly. If that back part of the leader is getting pulled under, it's going to make it pop because that fly has to get under the water first. You have it greased nice, it's going to stay right on top of the water, and you're not going to pull your fly under and make that popping sound. Go ahead and work this right across. All right, I crossed here and it was a lot deeper than I expected. Actually went almost to my waist, so I'm going to nymph this. A little hard to get a trout to come out of 3.5 feet of water in order to take a fly. Actually might have to put a weight on with it. Going a bit fast. Getting it up there far, but it's still flowing a little bit fast. Give it one more try. I'm going to go ahead and put a weight on with it. It'll help it get down there a little quicker. Slow it down. And there's a fish. slowed it down and picked one up right away. Oh, I'm at the strike indicator. Can't pull them in any further. I have to net them. Nice little guy. I took the Higgins SOS. Little wild brownie. Beautiful 6.5-inch wild brown trout. I actually have some deeper water here on this in the shade. I'm going to probably go out to that sunshine and start casting up. Plenty of water in here to hold a big fish too. Oh, just lost one. Just missed one.